San Pedro of the Legal Education Board, and Justice Carl Miranda of the Sandigan Bayan, Mr. President.
All right, we welcome the distinguished guests to the Senate.
Then again, Mr. President, before moving into the agenda for the day, the good gentleman from BARM and Camarines Norte is seeking the floor to make a brief manifestation.
Senator Robin Padilla is recognized.
Maraming salamat po, Ginoong Pangulo at sa ating ginang mayorya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mga kagalang-galang kong kasama, una po sa lahat, ako po'y nakikiisa sa panalangin ng atin pong hinahangaang Senadora Risa Hontiveros patungkol po sa pagbibigay halaga sa araw na ito sa karapatang pangtao. Noong Disyembre 2025, 282 residente ng Sitio Marihanging, Bugsok, Palawan, mga bata, matatanda, buong pamilya, kahit na po ang yumauna, ay nakatanggap ng summons at sulat na nag-uutos na lisanin ang kanilang tahanan sa loob ng 30 araw sa bisa ng kasong isinampa ng 9 na individual na umaangkin na sila ang may-ari ng lupang tinitirhan ng mga nasabing residente. Ngunit ang komunidad ng Mulbog na kinabibilangan ng mga katutubo ay matagal nang naninirahan doon. Noong 2005 pa sila nag-apply para sa Certificate of Ancestral Domain Title. Ngunit 20 taon na po itong nakabinbin, 2 dekada nang walang nangyayari. Simula nang tanggalin ng DAR ang mahigit 10,000 ektaryang lupa ng mga katutubo sa saklaw ng Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program Extension with Reforms noong 2023, lalong naging talamak ang mga insidente ng pananakot, presensya ng armadong grupo at panggigipit. Mula pa noong nakaraang taon at hanggang ngayong 2025, ang mga lider ng Mulbog ay sunod-sunod ng kinakasuhan, inaaresto na nagdulot ng takot at pananahimik sa komunidad. Ayon sa isang ulat, isang residente daw po ang di umano'y nawalan na ng malay matapos malaman niyang isinama sa kaso ang kanyang pumanaw na anak na may kapansanan. Ginoong Pangulo, hindi na po ito simpleng usapin lamang ng titulo sa lupa. Ito ay usapin na po ng karapatang pangtao, dignidad, kabuhayan, at mismong pag-iral ng isang katutubong komunidad. Kaya naman nananawagan po ako ng agarang intervention ng Department of Agrarian Reform, National Commission on Indigenous Peoples, Department of Justice, Commission on Human Rights, at sa buong pamahalaan. Ang batas ay hindi dapat gamitin laban sa mahihina. Ito ay dapat ginagamit sa pagprotekta ng naaapi at walang laban. Naway maging kasangkapan ang ating kapulungan sa pagbibigay ng katarungan sa mga kababayan nating katutubo sa Bugsok, Palawan. Maraming salamat po.
Senator Risa Hontiveros is recognized.
Salamat po, Mr. President. Briefly, nais ko lang pong makiisa sa manifestation ng good gentleman mula sa BARM at Camarines Norte. Yang laban po ng mga miyembro ng Sambilog ay una ko na ring pinakaisahan noong taong 2004 onwards, yung binanggit po ng good gentleman. Nung ako pa rin po ay party list representative ng Akbayan Party sa House of Representatives. At hari nawa po, Mr. President, sa pagpapaalala sa atin ng good gentleman tungkol sa kanilang pakikibaka, malay po natin, hari nawa dito habang tayo naman po ay nasa Senado, ay pwede po tayong makipagtulungan para magkaroon ng isang makatarungan at mapayapang resolusyon sa pakikibakan nilang iyon. Salamat po, Mr. President, at salamat po sa good gentleman.
Maraming salamat po.
Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I also sympathize with the plight of our katutubos. Alam niyo po, sa amin sa Bukidnon, halos 30% po ng ating mga kababayan doon at mga silingan, yung tinatawag natin mga kapitbahay ay mga IPs. Ngunit malaki din po ang population namin ng farmer families, mga magsasaka. Kaya ang Bukidnon po ay number 1 sa buong Pilipinas in terms of GDP output for agriculture. 7.5% po kami. We are unrivaled. Even Nueva Ecija po ay pangalawa, nasa 5% lang po ang Nueva Ecija. So ang laki po ng output ng ating mga magsasaka sa Bukidnon. Ngunit binabalik ko po, may problema talaga dito sa issue ng lupa. Kasi yung mga naibigay po noong after the Agrarian Reform Law was passed in 1988. I don't know if you're already a member of the Senate at the time, Mr. President, in 1988.
1988,
Hindi pa.
I was Vice Mayor pa.
Okay, Mr. President. So, pasensya na lang po. I knew you were younger than that. But in 1988, they passed the Agrarian Reform Law. This was during the time of President Cory Aquino.
Yes.
And marami pong lupain ang kinuha po, just as brief manifestation in support of Senator Robin Hood Padilla. So maraming nabigay po na mga lupain sa ating mga magsasaka through the Agrarian Reform Law. And now, after which in 1989, I believe Senator Flavier, was it 1989 or 92? Yung IPRA law was shortly after passed. 1992, yung IPRA law. So, nagkagulo-gulo na because of course, yung mga lupain na binigay sa mga magsasaka, ayan po ay may mga katutubo din nung araw, pero naibigay na po ng CLOA ito mga magsasaka. So, ngayon nagkapatong-patong ng claimants doon sa amin sa Bukidnon po, Mr. President. Patong-patong ng claimants, grabing patayan noon. In the early 2000s, I remember one town of Don Carlos, yung lupa po ni Danding Coangco, dati po yung CDCP, owned by Cuenca. Nabili po yan ni Danding Coangco at ginawa po yung CDCP Farms at nagtanim po siya ng napakaraming coconuts. I remember it was the African pygmy coconut. Maliliit lang siya, yung dwarf coconut. And shortly thereafter, that was in 1982 or 83, shortly thereafter, di ba, lumabas po sila, umalis sila nung EDSA 1 at nagkaroon po ng no man's land dyan kasi ang daming claimants po ng lupa. Then pumasok po yung Agrarian Reform, dahil sabi po ng Agrarian Reform, yung Assets Privatization Trust, if you remember, all sequestered property was turned over to the Agrarian Reform program. So ibinigay po yan ng DAR sa mga tao namin sa Bukidnon. Ang naging problema po dyan, Mr. President, is right after, 1987, thank you for the correction, 1987 po yung pinasa IPRA law. So after that po, Mr. President, after the IPRA law was signed, pumasok po yung ibang mga IPs, nagkagulo-gulo, naging no man's land yan. As a matter of fact, when my father was governor in year 2000s, the early 2000s, talagang through Secretary Pangandaman and then President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, they really had to martial law the area. Kasi pag may pumapasok na sasakyan, binabanata ng M79 yung 40mm grenade. Pati yung PNP, Army, talaga it was no man's land. That area that I'm talking about, yung dating area ni Sir Danding Coangco, Ambassador Danding Coangco. So, it was only then that it was established that this area was to be continued through the Agrarian Reform Program kasi na-release na po yung titles niyan. Meron na po CLOA yan. So in other words, there was prior rights to the 1997 IPRA law. Yan ang tinatawag dun sa law, that prior rights. Kung may title na po yung lupa, hindi na po makiklaim ng mga katutubo. Pero in spite of that, nagkakaroon pa rin ng problema. That's why I think the National Land Use Act would solve this problem finally because we need a body, Mr. President, nag-aaway-away yung ating mga katutubo at ating mga magsasaka. Ayaw din naman natin mawala po, ayaw din po ito madislodge. Ayaw po natin madislodge ang ating mga magsasaka. Kasi yan po ay napapakain sa ating bansa. So maybe under the National Land Use Act or Code or we have to pass some sort of law which rationalizes this all, Mr. President. Because right now it is a tinderbox waiting to explode unless we resolve that problem with IPRA or what you call CADT or CADC, yung ancestral domain claims, and of course the rights of the farmers to be able to till these areas under the Agrarian Reform Law. So yung pong balancing act dyan, napakahirap anong balancing act na yan, Mr. President.
But you believe that the Land Use Act might be able to solve
Yes, Mr.
partly,
President,
or
because the
not
Land
as
Use
a
Act
whole?
will be able to
Yes.
identify what is for agriculture, and it should remain for agriculture, what is the ancestral domain areas, and what is forestal, which should remain as forested, what could be converted into housing and subdivisions and for future use of people in terms of their homes and houses. So that would rationalize everything, Mr. President. Kasi right now, parang chop suey. Kung sa parang halo-halo, iba-iba yung every province has its own distinct problem with land. Unless the national government comes out with a rationalized plan for this, magkakaproblema po with conversions, with abuse on CADC, also applications, abuse also of agrarian reform applications. Yun ang mga pwede mangyari. So we need the national rationalization plan of our use of land in the Philippines.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The Land Use Act, the Senate passed it in the 15th Congress,
O nga po, pero
but it was not passed by the House. Perhaps
Yes, sir.
a bill is filed now?
yes, sir, we
in the
filed.
20th Congress?
We all filed, I think many of us filed together with the Tulfo brothers, Mr. President, Senator Erwin
Good.
and Rafi. They filed, and I think hopefully we'll be able to take this up as a priority. Thank you, Mr. President.
Yes,
Konting
let's work
manifestation
on
lang
that
po.
because that is part of the legislative LEDAC
Priority.
priority of the President,
Opo, Mr.
the Land
President.
Use Act.
Kasama natin
Senator-
sa LEDAC po yan.
Senator Erwin Tulfo is seeking the floor, Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Majority Leader. Thank you, Mr. President. I would just like to manifest, Mr. President, what the good gentleman from Barm and the gentleman from Bukidnon was saying, and the beautiful lady from the Visayas. The problem, Mr. President, is that our indigenous people are treated in this country as second-class citizens. No matter what they do, Mr. President, talagang mababa po ang tingin sa kanila. Example po lang, last month, namuto lang po ng mga bakaan ng yantok para itinda sa Maynila, kinulong pa, Mr. President. Just because sumobra lang po yung timbang sa barko, kulong po kaagad yung mga katutubo. And then nandyan din po, Mr. President, kakikwento lang po ni Senator Padilla, doon po sa Bugsok, Palawan, alam ko po yon. Tip of Palawan po yung island na yon. Pinalayas, kinulong. And there's also instances, Mr. President, during the past few years na nagiging collateral damage po ang mga katutubo. Sila po yung caught in crossfire between firefights between government forces, the rebels or the terrorists. Sila rin po minsan ang tinuturo ng mga terorista. Sila din po lagi ang tinuturo na kumakampi sa mga rebelde. So they're treated like that, Mr. President. They're not represented properly. I think it's high time, Mr. President, na we really have to focus and mabigyan po sila ng karapatan and be treated like ordinary Filipinos, not as second-class citizens of this country. Kasi kung titignan, Mr. President, nauna po sila bago tayo dumating. Nauna po ito mga katutubo, whether Muslim sila, whether Tagbanwa, whether Aita, nauna po sila dito. So I guess I believe it's high time for this institution to start making sure that our indigenous people are protected and their rights are protected for generations to come, Mr. President. That's all, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Majority Floor Leader.
Maraming salamat. Mr. President, may
Thank you.
may
Yes,
we
Majority Leader.
recognize our distinguished colleague, Deputy Majority Floor Leader, Senator Risa Ontiveros for
Senator-
manifestation.
Yes, Senator Risa Ontiveros, the Deputy Majority Leader is recognized.
Salamat, Mr. President. Huling dalawang maikling punto na lang kaugnay ng manifestasyon ni Senator Padilla na dinagdagan ng malalawak din na perspektiba ni Senator Erwin Tulfo. Ito kasing partikular na laban ng mga mulbog na miyembro ng Sambilog na samahan doon sa Bugsok Island. Nahingian na rin po natin ng tulong, particular sa DAR, nung budget debates nung nakaraang taon. So baka immediately po, Mr. President, para ipagpatuloy yung problem solving sa conflict na yan, pwedeng mabalikan lang yung DAR, kung pwede po ba silang mamuno na i-de-escalate yung tensions doon at maging bahagi ng paghanap ng isang mapayapang solusyon in the immediate. At pangalawa at huli, Mr. President, sa longer term, yung minumungkahi na rin po ng mga kasama na ang Senate ay maging kasama dun sa paghanap ng pagbabalanse ng mga batas. Yung Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act, bagamat nahuli kumpara sa ibang mga batas ng Republika, pero kumikilala dun sa prinsipyong sinasabi ng mga Molbog at iba pang katutubo na since time immemorial sila dito. So paghanap po ng pagbabalanse ng batas na iyon at iba pang mga batas na sumunod para may kahit kapirasong hustisya para sa mga Molbog dun sa Palawan. Salamat po, Mr. President.
All right, Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I believe these were manifestations just made, but maybe we can direct all these manifestations and, of course, the privileged speech of Senator Robin Hood Padilla to his committee on the Committee on Cultural Communities and Muslim Affairs, Mr. President. So move.
What about secondarily to the Committee on Agrarian Reform?
Yes, Mr. President, that would be a great idea so that both can sit down and discuss this
All right.
in committee level. Yes, Mr. President. It's
So
agriculture
referred-
na po, Mr. President. It's now
So-
Senator Kiko's committee. We blended both in the last Congress.
I'm sorry.
Agriculture
Okay.